People across the entertainment industry, including the sports world, have been chiming in with their various opinions since Slapgate, uh, which y'all know what I'm talking about. You must have been living under a rock or something. You must be totally disconnected from the outside world. Was that the Amish? Something like that. When Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Okay, cool. So everybody been chiming in, and as I've chimed in as well. To my shout out to all y'all that checked out that video that I posted about the slap and the various forms of privilege that were highlighted by the slap. You feel me? If you haven't checked that out, go check it out. And if you're a real one that watched it and you want to, comment, to my, I have my comments off on videos that I do that I'm talking about real shit. To my from my own everything playlist, my own everything series, because I've learned in the past some reason seem like when I talk real shit, that's when these bots be coming in. There be a lot of weird shit going on, or that's when these racists come all up in the comment section. I said, fuck that, I ain't finna deal with that shit. So if you're a real one, you see something that I say on one of them real ass topics and you want to show love, something like that, again, just come follow me on my socials, man. Hit me up. I try to respond to people as quickly as possible. You feel me? That's on Facebook, that's on Twitter, that's on Instagram. Just hit me up over there. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I can see who I'm talking to at least. Especially on Facebook. To my or at least on Twitter and Instagram, I can kind of see what the person posts, get an idea of who I'm dealing with. Whereas on YouTube, motherfuckers just be saying all kind of racist and all kind of evil shit, and you don't even know what you're dealing with on the other end. On my, but if you want to holler at me about something like that, or you need some game on something, go to those socials when it comes to that, and go watch the video. But from a sports standpoint, I want to share my thoughts on some of the sports figures who spoke up about the slap. And again, I was troubled by what they said. Now, start with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, Kareem is somebody that I have great respect for, and not for his basketball. I mean, really, when it comes to his basketball, all I've seen of Kareem, really, for real, is his resume and highlights. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm working on the Michael Jordan project, and I want to go through Kobe because I was still young during Kobe. I want to go back through, refresh myself on Brum playoff career, stuff like that. But at some point, I want to go back and find as many playoff games I can find on guys like Kareem and Bill Russell and Wilt and all these guys. But I respect Kareem because of the off the court. Y'all know he was once Lou Alcindor. He had the courage to change his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at a time where that was frowned upon. Y'all saw the hell that they gave Muhammad Ali from changing from Cassius Clay and becoming a Muslim. So knowing how much courage that took, I respect that. I respect people who have the courage to be who they want to be in the face of criticism. I like that, especially if it's righteous. Now you trying to be who you want to be on some bullshit, that's another story. So I respected that. I respect Kareem in his early age being at that summit when Muhammad Ali, along with Jim Brown and Bill Russell and others, when Ali was standing up against the U.S. government and refusing to be inducted into the draft. I've respected Kareem for being a vocal proponent of progressive change in this country. Like Kareem writes a lot of thoughtful pieces, and I check them out when they come across my timeline. So I respect Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So I don't want to act like I'm calling him out, because really his take, I understood. He's an elder from the time he's coming from out of that movement. Like that's what most of the elders, like my mama, was saying Will Smith was wrong, and my mother-in-law was saying wrong. Here, I think he was wrong to slap that man like that. But not for the same reasons as Kareem, as Shannon Sharpe, as Stephen A. Smith, as I expressed in my previous video. Because what they are getting at is that one of the main reasons he was wrong, because he was in front of white people. Because it was supposed to be a classy event in front of white people at the Oscars, and that it makes our race look bad, and it gives racists something to use as justification for why they don't hire us, justification for why the police do what they do to us, and I cannot get down with that. I cannot get down with that, as I expressed again in my previous video. But especially not coming from Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith. Again, I'm gonna sit Kareem over here. I could throw Kareem up in there as well, because Kareem is on tape stealing on the motherfucker in the middle of a game. Now you can say, do elbow Kareem in the stomach. He did do that, and then Kareem, retaliated. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Kareem is saying retaliation is okay, or maybe again, I born 1984, so I wasn't around for what. First of all, I don't even know when that punch happened. If it happened after 1984, I was too little to remember, and if it happened before that, of course, I wasn't here. So I don't know if Kareem was contrite after the fact. If he apologized, I really don't know. All I know, he popped shot that motherfucker in the middle of the game. Okay, in retaliation. When it comes to Shannon Sharpe, he talking about that makes it seem like we as black people cannot reason. We as black people cannot take a joke and then sit down and talk about it. But the same Shannon Sharpe is on tape in his All the Smoke interview. Shout out to Steven Jackson. Shout out to Matt Barnes. Shannon Sharpe was in that interview with them talking about how poor he was growing up, which is something he's talked about quite often, talked about it in his Hall of Fame speech as well. And he speaks to the fact that they didn't have a bathroom. They didn't have an inside bathroom. He had an outhouse. You know what I'm saying? And so he talks about how nobody would come over his house. Like, they didn't have company. If you weren't a family member, you weren't coming over, because he was like, basically, if that would have got out that he didn't have a bathroom inside his house, for as much as he joked on folks, he knew folks were going to be making jokes about him, and that wasn't going to be able to stand. He was like, he said, "What?" So basically, he was saying if somebody would be making jokes about him, he was going to steal on them. Same dude. The same dude that went on Undisputed and said Will Smith should have been able to take the joke and not resort to violence, is saying that if somebody would be joking on him like that, he would have stole on him. Now you may argue, well, in what he's speaking on, the venue wouldn't be the Oscars. But that goes back to my point of them trying to say, hey, don't show out in front of white people. It's gonna make them treat us badly. It's gonna give them justification for treating us badly. That's especially what Stephen A. Smith be on. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. God damn it, Stephen A. Smith. He's always hollering about what Stephen A. Smith wants you to be good in front of white people. Now, he's the number one proponent of wanting you to be good. I told y'all before, I fell out with him around the Colin Kaepernick situation. Now, again, you can feel how you want about Cap, about his play and all that kind of shit. But come on now. We saw what happened to him. And then in that damn sham of a workout that was put together, the fact that he showed up with Kunta Kinte on his shirt. Stephen A. Smith went on TV acting like that was antagonistic. And that shit just pissed me off so bad. Kunta Kinte is antagonistic. Somebody who was an enslaved African who wanted to be free. That's antagonistic. God damn it, that seems like a great American to me. That seems like a freedom fighter to me. God damn. So Stephen A. Smith, he's shown his hand before with this. He has. You see how he go at Kyrie, and however you feel about Kyrie, cool. But he'll go at Kyrie just all out. But when my quarterback, I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, when Aaron Rodgers came out as a fucking liar, Stephen A. Smith ain't go as hard on him. Like I said, like when you a black player that fuck up, oh, he about to rip you a new asshole. He about to rip you. But he don't get that same energy. He's been called out on his own show about this shit. Terrell Owens went on there and called him out to his face. Terrell Owens went on there and told that man Max Kellerman acted more black than you. Stephen A. got offended, but a lot of folks were like, come on, man. Jay Williams has called him out on some of his shit on his own damn show. Because see, look, what it come down to, and that's what I'm trying to get my real ones to understand it, my viewers understand. And this part of reading, I'm doing it. All right, look. If you're entertained by what you see on First Take, cool. If you're entertained by what you see on Undisputed, cool. But don't think you're going there for that real shit now. I be seeing motherfuckers saying, oh, Shannon Sharpe is the realest and Stephen A. Smith is no. And I like Shannon Sharpe. I do. I like Shannon Sharpe. But they ain't the realest, y'all. They're not. Now, Kareem a real one. Again, I disagree with Kareem on this premise, on that point specifically. Okay, I'm not getting to the rest of his take on it. I'm focusing on that point specifically about how the slap reflects poorly on all black people as a whole. Okay, but when I get into these other two cats, man, unfortunately, a lot of times it's be seeming like they want to make sure they keep those checks rolling in. They want to make sure they keep those checks rolling in. So it's only so far they're gonna go in what they say, what they do. So far. Think about it. When Skip Bayless was there at ESPN, that was his show. Stephen A. Smith is on record as saying that was Skip Bayless' show. So the white man was the boss, Skip Bayless. Shannon Sharpe is on record letting everybody know that Skip Bayless handpicked him for that show. That's Skip Bayless' show. The white man still the boss. Fox Sports is a part of the Fox conglomerate. So same motherfuckers that give you Fox News give you Fox Sports. So it's only so far they gonna go. Okay, you can Shannon say some shit. He'll go at Trump on that thing. He might be trending right now for something he said on Twitter about Trump. Okay, but it's only you ain't gonna be able to run out because them motherfuckers let you go. You see, they got rid of Chris Carter. That was Chris Carter's show. And shit, I think I just now in the last few months then heard from Chris Carter. He got rid of that brother. Just gave that man show away. Over there at ESPN, y'all see how they get that. They did a wipeout on anybody that want to goddamn be vocal in a real fucking way. You know what I'm saying? That really pushes the envelope because you had so many Republicans that were pissed off with ESPN and saying it was too liberal. See, I saw what they did to Jamel Hill. Y'all saw that shit when all she did was tell the truth. President Trump fucking racist. Who can everybody see that? And if he's not, he damn so plays too racist. But if you look at his history and going back to his dad's history, I think it's safe to say this motherfucker just racist. Well, she said that. Y'all see, she was let go eventually. Dan Lebertard. Like, it's a whole lot of motherfuckers they like, nah, cuz you got to go. And then it came out that they wanted to take a more conservative slant on shit. They ain't get rid of Sage Steele when she besmirched Barack Obama. They ain't get rid of her. You know what I'm saying? So it's only so far Stephen A. Smith gonna go over there because he loves his status right now. He loves getting those checks. He loves telling y'all that he the face of ESPN. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna always tell the black man what's not a good look. Not a good look. Not a good look. Like it was a goddamn good look when he basically was telling Steph Curry's wife that she needs to basically just be quiet and be a homemaker and don't bother in her husband affairs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, at that time she had spoke out accusing motherfuckers of cheating in the guy. Y'all know how spouses would be. You need to be more like Savannah Jane. They brought Brum wife in this shit. That wasn't no good look, Stephen A. Wasn't no good look. Wasn't no good look last year when you said that dumb shit about Shohei Ohtani. And we in the middle of a pandemic where people been attacking the damn Asian community because we had the previous president up there calling it the China virus since COVID originated over there in China. But you got dumb motherfuckers over here just want to just blame the folks that are here for it. You start just randomly attacking these folks. Y'all saw the whole Stop Asian Hate shit and all that. So in the middle of that, Stephen A. Smith want to goddamn say some fuck shit about Shohei Ohtani. Arguably the best baseball player in the world right now. It wasn't a good look, Stephen A. It wasn't a good look. I ain't down with it, man. I ain't down with it. Not down with it. Chris Broussard said some of the realest shit. He really stole the words right out of my mouth. One of my youngins hit me up, Dylan Smith. Shout out, boy. Love you. He hit me up and said, I usually don't agree with Chris Broussard, but he just said some real shit. And he was right. I went back and checked it out. Oh, Chris Broussard. Y'all know I had my run-in with Chris Broussard when I called this show. Motherfucker would try to be cute with me about the Tom Brady shit. And his producers cut me off before I had a chance to read his ass. That's all right, though. But Chris Broussard said some real shit. And basically it was how we act, what we do is not the reason why black people have been racially discriminated against in this country. Not the reason why the police brutalize us. It's not the reason why black unemployment is routinely double that of white unemployment. It's not the reason why the racial wealth gap is vast like it is. It's not the reason why health care for black people pales in comparison to others and the educational level. None of that is because of what the fuck we are and who we are and what we've done. It's because of fucking racism. Now, who we are, what we're made of, help us overcome it. But what got us in that boat from jump was racism, because racism was used to justify slavery. Period. Period. Shit. Will Smith hadn't slapped nobody. That police officer still sat on kneeled on George Floyd's neck. Will Smith hadn't slapped nobody. Police officer kneeled on my damn back. Will Smith hadn't slapped nobody. President Obama still was a nigga in many people's eyes. Well, I can spin it to sports. Colin Kaepernick, shit. You don't even want to type his name in and see all the racial bullshit that come out about him. So I look at this. I give you two great examples from the sports world of why this argument is bullshit and we got to leave it alone. Joe Louis and Muhammad Ali. Joe Louis, his public image was a reaction to Jack Johnson. Shout out to Jack Johnson. He just had a birthday this previous week. I'm going to speak on him a little later. But let's just say Jack Johnson was boisterous. He was out there. He didn't give a fuck. He did not stay in his place. So Joe Louis, his handlers want to make sure that he didn't do the shit that Jack Johnson did. So whereas Jack Johnson would stand over a white man if he knocked him down and laugh and taunt him, Joe Louis just respectfully went back to his corner. Whereas Jack Johnson, shit, was out here fucking white women, even married to a white woman. Joe Louis, even though he was fucking some white women, would not be photographed with white women. Okay? So those, just a couple of examples, who Jack Johnson was versus Joe Louis. So Joe Louis was more polished. Well, you know what I'm saying? World War II broke out. Joe Louis served. You know what I'm saying? Just went over there and put on exhibitions for the troops and everything like that. So Joe Louis became a hero to black people and white. Okay? Because of course black people loved him because it was a representation of what we could do. But then the white people loved him because how brilliant he was as a boxer, but also because he stayed in his place. And Joe Louis died broke. United States government got him on back taxes like a motherfucker. This American hero now. This American hero. This motherfucker had beat Max Schmeling. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who Max Schmeling is, look up Joe Louis versus Max Schmeling. This was like a fight between the United States and Germany, between democracy and dictatorship, between freedom and fascism. Like, that's what this shit represented. But you had a black man representing America. And he lost the first fight. True enough, he ain't trying properly. But when he knocked Max Schmeling motherfucking ass out in that rematch, like, all Americans were fucking happy. American hero. Go get him, Joe. And America fucked over that man in the end. Even though he was good in front of him. They used to say, Joe Louis is a credit to his race. It's a credit to his race. Huh? I used to hate hearing that fucking compliment when I be watching them old films. It's a credit to his race. Like, yeah, your people fucked up, but you're one of the good ones. Died broke. Contrast him with Muhammad Ali. by these brother standards, Muhammad Ali made black people look bad then. By their standards, Muhammad Ali made it look like black people aren't patriotic. And again, it's tough for me to make these statements while Kareem is in here, because shit, Kareem was right there with Ali. Okay, so this is really more so about Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith. Okay, so you can say it wasn't a good look for Ali to do that. You can say that. For you remember President Obama, former pastor Reverend Wright got in trouble for saying, "Not God bless America, God damn America," for all the fuck shit America has done to black people. Hell, I done heard Muhammad Ali say that shit. Look it up. Muhammad Ali was a motherfucker now. Before that shit kicked in, that Parkinson's kicked in, Muhammad Ali was a fucking revolutionary rebel. He said some shit that made you, oh, Ali, that's a bit far there, ain't it? But all these men say they revere him. Because now that's the sexy thing to do. You feel me? Now, am I comparing Will Smith to Muhammad Ali? Hell no, I just told you that. And if you watch the other video, I would not have handled it like that. Now, would Chris Rock end up getting his ass whooped at some point behind the scenes or something like that? Possibly. You know what I'm saying? Possibly. But in that moment, contrary to what some may believe, I wouldn't have handled it like that. I am slow to anger. I keep telling folks that I'm slow to anger, but when I get mad, it's a wrap. Okay, so I'm not comparing Will Smith to Muhammad Ali. What I'm doing is spotlighting that something that I'm dead serious about, and no motherfucker can convince me otherwise about. That unfortunately, whether we are calm, cool, collected, like a Joe Louis or Jackie Robinson, and I'm sticking to the sports world now, or whether we are firebrands like Muhammad Ali and Jack Johnson and Charles Barkley, Draymond Green, Antonio Brown, like whether you are boisterous and loud like Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe can be, or whether you are reserved and professional like Mike Wilbon and Mike Tirico are. When your skin is of a darker hue, race is going to feel some type of way about you anyway. They are. They are. So it's unfortunate that these men have taken this stance on this. Again, especially with what they got in their background. Y'all know Shannon Sharpe, shit, part of the reason motherfuckers start calling him Unc and shit, because he got on there with the damn stocking cap, the black and mild hanging out his mouth, and pouring liquor, which is a damn stereotype. If one of the stereotypes is that we violent, ain't that a stereotype that we just sit around lazy, get drunk and high and shit? You know what I'm saying? And then especially when Shannon Sharpe don't even smoke and drink. Shannon Sharpe does not smoke and drink. Y'all see that man as a fitness nut. I know he just came out with the new liquor, but he's been on record, on the internet, saying he does not smoke and drink. In the past, when he used to be on there doing all that shit, Joy Taylor, the former co-host, would be on there saying, you know you don't drink. You know you don't drink. And you'd be telling them. Come on, man. It's a character that you can argue plays into stereotypes. So it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Stephen A. Smith, like I said, loud as he is, loud, and cussing. I don't give a damn. Y'all talk about me cussing. He be cussing on national TV. But we understand because that's our culture. Shit. We know in the barbershop, motherfuckers talk like that. And even though Shannon Sharpe be doing a character with the smoking and with the Black and Miles and the Hennessy and shit like that, we all got an uncle or something. I know my uncles over there in Alabama. That's how they get down. And have some crown. And talk sports. We know that. So we feel it, man. Don't allow America to force us to be judged by what we think racists may have to say about us. If you feel like Will Smith was wrong for slapping Chris Rock, just let it be that you felt he was wrong for doing it. Don't let it be because I think that's going to reflect poorly on Black people. Because as I said in my video, if I'm going to be judged by what these rich Black men and women do, I need to be getting some of their money too. Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTeesLLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.